Welcome to this mindfulness practice for dealing with sadness and grief. My name is Brandi Lust, and I'll be your facilitator for this 15-minute practice. So, in this meditation, we will explore the emotion of sadness or grief in order to build our emotional awareness. We'll also express comfort and compassion to ourselves in order to facilitate healing. So, let's begin. Go ahead and settle into an upright and relaxed position. If it feels safe and comfortable, you can close your eyes or point them 3 to 4 feet in front of you toward the floor. Now, find a few slow, deep breaths. Take a moment to connect with your body. Notice any sensations in your hands, your legs, your head, your belly, your heart. As we move further into this practice, stay connected with your physical experiences, maintaining an attitude of curiosity and kindness for whatever arises. If at any moment you begin to feel overwhelmed, you can always open your eyes, reminding yourself that you're safe and comfortable right in your own home. As feelings surface, you can gently note and label the emotion. For example, you might state silently, "This is anger, sadness, fear, or grief." Whatever arises, it's perfectly fine. Nothing you need to change. There's no right way to do this practice. If your mind drifts, this too is just fine. Gently guide yourself back to my words whenever you become aware that you've drifted. We're going to begin bringing our awareness to the emotions of sadness and grief. When you're ready, bring awareness to a time in your own life when you experienced grief or sadness. Let the memory and emotion naturally arise for you. You might begin by remembering the circumstances that caused the emotion. Let these circumstances come clearly to your mind right now. Then let your awareness rest with the feeling that the situation evoked for you. Let yourself experience this feeling as fully as feels safe for you right now. Now ask yourself the question, where in your body do you feel the sensations from grief and sadness? Check in with your head, your hands, your heart, your belly. Notice and note any sensations in your body with kindness and curiosity. Perhaps there are feelings of heat or cold, perhaps places of contraction or tightness, feelings of openness. Perhaps you feel tingling in some places or numbness, movement, or stillness. Note and label the sensations you are experiencing as they arise. As you do this, notice that you are not your feelings and sensations. You are only having feelings and sensations. It's something you are experiencing. It is not who you are. Continue to note and label whatever arises, noticing but not identifying with it. Notice too that there are places in your body right now where grief and sadness are not present. Perhaps in your feet, your fingertips, the palms of your hands. Find these places and pause there for a moment. Remind yourself that there are parts of your experience that are calm, places of rest during times of overwhelm. Knowing that you have these places available, gently bring your awareness to where you feel sadness or grief most strongly right now. Perhaps your heart or your belly. As you do this, remind yourself that all humans everywhere sometimes feel sadness and grief. We are not different from others in this way. Every emotion is simply part of the human experience. Knowing this, take a moment to feel compassion for all humans who have ever had the feeling you're experiencing right now. Notice how compassion feels in your body. As your compassion grows, include the part of yourself experiencing the sadness and grief right now. Send warmth and kindness to this part. Feel how it is connected to the pain of all people. Now, place a comforting hand wherever you are feeling your sadness most strongly. Then, if you can find caring words for this part of yourself, express these words silently now, perhaps using terms you might share with a close friend or a child you care about. Something like, "It's okay," or "I understand." As we close, note how you were able to acknowledge and be with difficult emotions today without trying to change them. You may have noticed how your emotions shifted throughout the practice, changing on their own without any effort on your part. Through being with these difficult feelings and sensations, knowing that they would not last forever, you were able to express compassion and comfort for yourself and for others. This ability is always present, even in very challenging times. Take a moment to feel grateful for your capacity, to honor your strength and your courage now and in the future. Then, when you're ready, begin to deepen your breath. You can bring small movements into your fingers and toes. If it feels good, you can stretch your arms up to the sky, bending from side to side. And whenever you're ready, if your eyes are still closed, you can go ahead and open your eyes. So let's take a moment to reflect on this practice, and you can do this silently to yourself or with a little bit of journaling. I have two questions that can guide your reflection. The first is, how was this experience for you? And secondly, what did you learn about dealing with sadness and grief? So you can pause the video here if you'd like and take a few moments to reflect on these two questions. If you found this practice to be helpful, you might want to consider the other mindfulness practices for dealing with difficult emotions available through my YouTube channel. Today, we're talking about sadness and grief. I also have a mindfulness practice for anger and frustration. And lastly, for anxiety and fear. And if you're looking for more additional resources, you can visit my website, brandilust.com, where you can learn about and order my book, Myths of Being Human, which is also available on Amazon. You can also sign up to receive monthly resources from me for free. And lastly, you can find out about booking a workshop for your organization if you find that these are resources that you might like to share with others. So, as we end our time together, I want to thank you so much for taking this moment to be present for yourself, even in the midst of difficult feelings. When we do this, we build our compassion muscle, we are able to build our resilience, and we understand more deeply our connection to others, all of which helps us and also helps the people in our lives. So, thank you so much, and take good care.